one. So it's very interesting. All right, so let's introduce our next startup, Clip Enjoy. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Carolina Edwards. I live in San Diego, California, and I'm here to present my product, Clip and Enjoy. Sharks, how many times have you been in one of those events where you don't have enough tables to sit down and enjoy your food? And you're walking around with your plate and your glass, and you're unable to interact with other people. You can't shake hands, you can enjoy your food, you can grab your phone. This is why Clip and Enjoy was born. You just attach it to the plate, put the glass on, and that's it. You have a free hand. You're able to interact. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
So about 4 years ago, this is when I noticed the need. I'm a banquet server, and I noticed that I was straight passing food, and this one person told me that he would love to try that, but he didn't have any hands. He was just holding the plate and the glass. And that's when it hit me. That's when I thought that, it was a need out there. I didn't do anything about it, and about a year later, that's when I started to bought some wires at Home Depot and start putting something together, contacted a patent lawyer, and that's when my journey started, about 4 years ago. I came up with a different type of clip, very sophisticated, very expensive, and then eventually I came up with this one that is very simple, small, affordable, and people can actually take as a souvenir. Back. This picture shows a problem, when you don't have the clip and you can't shake hands or grab your phone or even grab the food. And this is how the clip can make the situation much easier.
Is it going back and forth? Here, let's... Okay.
I think it's good.
You're good? Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So the three targets that we're trying to reach are that every single hotel, convention hotel, wine industry, and even weddings can have this clip. Our cost is actually, I'm in the process to redoing the clip. This is going to be the new design, and I was able to drop the shipping. So the cost is actually 61 cents per clip. If we sell it about $2 a piece, our profit for a million clip is going to be over $1 million, about $1.5 million. So what I invested in this clip is about $40,000 on my own money. I'm the only investor, I'm the only owner of the company. I'm about to spend $5,000 more to redesign it and make it a little better for the angle so it holds the weight of the glass better. And what I'm seeking is actually for a partner to take my product to market. That's my struggle. I don't really need money for this, just marketing and take it to the market.
Well, congratulations.
Well,
that was great. Let's give her a round of applause.
Let's give her a round of applause. Yeah. I didn't know if you were done yet.
I'll be the first to give some preliminary feedback. One, I think you presented, the problem is clear, the solution is clear, your client is clear, how you make money is clear, so I'm really happy in terms of everything. And then you ended with something that I did find as the weakest point, which is how you go to market. And here's one thing in terms of feedback. I'm all for introducing you to people that can help you go to market. But what I look into entrepreneurs is their ability to go to market themselves, right? It's that hunger. So can you tell me a little bit about, it sounds like there's traction that you still want to build, but what have you done so far in terms of market traction, in terms of clients, how much you've made, et cetera?
So far, my only client is Hilton in San Diego, the biggest convention hotel that we have down there. They purchased 300 clips about 3 months ago.
And have they reordered after?
Not just yet, but they love the product, and the director of food and beverage told me that after they see how it works, they can actually reach the regional director to make it a corporate item. That's my goal, to reach all the big companies, corporates.
How did you reach them initially?
I'm sorry?
How did you reach them initially? How did you get in touch with them before you sold it? How did they find out about you?
Well, I work there. I work there, so I presented my product and they love it. And that's the thing, like even he told me, because they believed in me and they know me, they know my product, they were able to purchase it right away. But he told me, if you were someone from outside, I will ask you for 1,000 samples for free, and then I'll see if I can buy them or not. So it's not that easy to approach the right person and to be able to sell right away, unfortunately.
Have you looked into Kickstarter or actually the crowdfunder is right here to my left. Have you looked into, like for instance, Kickstarter is a great opportunity. I think this is a good everyday problem when you have a house party, right? And you'd love that to be a little gadget that goes and makes the party unique. And Kickstarter is a great platform. In fact, one of my investors invested in Kickstarter, so even happy to kind of make that connection for you. Just, I think creatively beyond what you're telling me right now, because, for a startup needing to purchase 1,000 and maybe they order another 1,000 sounds very dangerous to me. And just encouraging you to think about other platforms where you can make that sell. That's much more visual, because the beauty of your product is that it's very visual and you get it right away. And I know so many people that are just looking for those cool, different party gifts that people can take home with them and use at the party that's different. So a direct-to-consumer oriented go-to-market strategy could be interesting, although I know longer term you want to have that B2B sale that purchases tens of thousands. But that's my feedback. Unfortunately, I'm out, great presentation.
Thank you.
So I met Carolina a few months ago by accident, and so I know a little bit about the product. I was exposed a little bit to it, and we had a little bit of going back and forth on the conversation, and I'll share with the rest of you here. I like the product. I know that you've identified there's a problem and you came up with a solution. And as I told you back then, I think it's a very narrow market to go out and go through the hotels. It's not a product that I see that the hotels are going to be ready to jump on because they need it. It's a need for more, maybe the person that's sponsoring the event that'll buy it. And going through hotels like you did, one hotel to hotel, might not be the best approach. I think you're going to have to go through venues or through distributors or service companies that are already providing a service to the hotel. This hotel's buying from 100 vendors, and there's got to be 2 or 3 vendors that might carry this in their portfolio instead of you going hotel to hotel to hotel. It's also the use of your funds to use, like they told you. They're going to ask you for 1,000 samples before they buy a unit. So you're going to need a lot of money to go out and get every single distributor thousands of samples so they can go out and open the market in every single one and hope that some of those are going to come back with purchases. I've noticed that this has a Hilton, so your merchandise, you're adding a logo as a service to every different customer?
I added logos for Sheraton, Marriott, Hyatt, and Hilton for promotion, just like to give them away for free. Of course, not 1,000, but few so they can try them out.
Okay. Well, that seems something that could drive your cost up if you're using different branding for. It seems like you're really early to offer that option. So if you're gonna do 1,000 samples for say, you're gonna have to spend the extra money to get the product on there. It's a tough segment to get in with just a single product right now. You're a single product company. I would not invest in a product in a company that has just a single product like this in such a tight space. But what I can offer you is I can offer you some, like you call it, social capital. I have relationships in the food and beverage industry. I have contacts with distributors that service these companies directly, and hotels, restaurants, and things like that, and wineries. And I think I mentioned to you this is a perfect winery product where they would be able to order several thousand at a time because they're doing constant tastings. So you have my information. Feel free to reach out.
Thank you.
Briefly, congratulations on your entrepreneurial journey. It's been tough, I can tell. It takes a toll. You're doing it by yourself. You don't have a team. You have limited resources. You're doing this because of a leap of faith. And that's mainly what entrepreneurship is a leap of faith. Secondly, I would make the same offer. We have some contacts in an industry that we can help. Limited market, when you indicate that is billions and billions of the entertainment, hospitality, and all that, in reality, that's really not your market. Your market really is the individual. The wholesale market, going through institutional buyers and all that, it's a very hard sell unless you have scale. Scale, you don't have scale right now. So you will have scale in the future. But at this point, my sense, I would have to pass. But I still stand. I'll give you some connections, and so you can begin to build the team so you can go to the next level. Thank you.
Manny?
I see this as a nice to have versus a must have, and it is kind of a small market. The only way to defeat my theory would be to hustle and try to get a lot of purchase orders from companies that say, yes, I want this. And you show me a bunch of companies that want this, and it will be easy for me to make an investment. And the second part I would suggest, we invest in businesses, not products. So if you say, well, this is my product, but I'm also thinking about the other products in the future, then you're not just a one product type of business. So therefore, we're betting on what you're going to create next. So I would think about staying in touch and seeing how you develop in terms of those future purchase orders. You would have a great problem if you have people lined up wanting to buy it, but you lack the resources for it to get manufactured. And I have an office in Shanghai, but we can talk about if you want a cheaper way of producing it after you get the orders.
So Sharks, we noticed that, Carlos, you said you're out. Jesus, you're out?
I'm out.
You're out?
If
Manny?
you throw up a Kickstarter campaign, I'll back you to help you, but it's not an investable opportunity for me. I'm out.
I also think I could see this on one of those infomercials, right? That's direct to consumer and build it up kind of that way. I mean, I really could. I want one of those. I was kind of hoping maybe she could give me one. Anyways, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you. All right. Okay, so let's see. Our next entrepreneur or next startup is Me Time Network. So please welcome Me Time Network. And this long walk is a tough one. I was thinking. All right, please, everyone, once again, let's welcome Me Time to the stage.
Clicker. Okay. Ready? Wow, what a crowd. Thank you all for being here today. My name is Remy Mraz, and I'm the founder and CEO of MeTime Network. And we are on a serious mission to help people think and feel better anytime, anywhere. So why is this important? Because stress, depression, and anxiety have become major health concerns in the United States. And how people are coping with it is affecting all of us in this room today and in our communities. Let me explain. 25% of women are now on antidepressants. 55 million sick days are taken annually by employees because of this. There's $150 billion lost in productivity costs. And sadly, nearly 70% of our target audience is turning to the internet, social media, and TV to cope and escape. And they are citing that stigma and lack of resources are the reasons that they are not getting help. I know this firsthand because it's happening in my own family, with my friends, and in my community. And this is why I'm so passionate about helping people through a medium that they're already using. So how are we going to solve this problem? MeTime is creating an online self-help marketplace through a video-on-demand network and distribution platform. There's a $35 billion opportunity at hand for us to emerge as a VOD leader, as well as a disruptor to the self-improvement industry. How? By serving the three audiences that this industry has ignored for the last 20 years. That is younger women, men, and multicultural. Yes, that's all of us in here. Competitively, we run the gamut. We're competing with folks that are in the gamification and apps, television, and publishing. But we have two competitors in the VOD digital entertainment space. That is Gaia and Oprah's new network, digital network, Super Soul TV. However, they are targeting older, and they're a little more spiritual. Oprah's already given us an endorsement. Just kidding. Indirectly. Oprah believes that MeTime is a must, so much so that she did a whole episode on it. So what's our differentiator? Think of MeTime as the Food Network of emotional well-being. We feature experts from the psychotherapy and self-improvement industry in a variety of content. These are videos that are what we call snackable content, 1 to 5 minutes in length. And these videos are designed to help people overcome emotional stressors that they experience both in their personal and their professional life. Our team. I'm really proud of our team. Collectively, we have 75 years of experience in entertainment and consumer marketing. My background is in sales, business development. My Chief Strategy Officer, Damon Haley, is a former Nike executive. He built a multicultural agency, 12 million in revenue. I actually used to work for him, so my boss is now working for me. It's awesome. Kim Hernandez comes to us from 9 years of healthcare marketing. Simon Dravel is our developer who has experience working at Google as well as NBC Universal. And Ebony and Mako come to us from Sony and reality TV production. And Liz is our resident millennial handling all of our programming. These are some of the brands that we've worked for and with. Damon comes to us from Michigan. He has his MBA. I just graduated from Startup Leadership, Global Accelerator Program, Fellowship Program, and Pillsbury is a global law firm that took us on as a client. So our business model, it's a mix of network, subscription, and technology. We have 9 revenue streams available to us. We are currently focused on 2 at this current stage. We're early stage, and that is a membership model to our experts and content marketing with brands. Once we build out our platform, MeTime TV, this will open up doors to owned and operated assets, as well as mass subscription and corporate scalability. We've been running lean and mean by leveraging existing social media platforms to distribute and test our content as well as grow our audience. And I'm very proud to say that we started in February with 5 experts and 13 videos that we launched on Facebook. We are now up to 41 experts in our network. We have a network reach of 220,000, and we have produced 175 videos that are ready for distribution. We have generated some revenue already from our membership model, and the most important thing to take away here is that what we've done in 7 months, we're set to double in the next quarter, because every expert yields 5 to 6 referrals. Next year, we're on track to do 500,000, 2018, 2 million, and this is, again, just through 3 revenue streams. We know we can do a lot more, but that's why we're here. We need your help. Our go-to-market strategy, we're seeking 250,000. This is a pre-funding round to get to seed, and we're doing this through a convertible note. And our strategy here is take this to a full-blown entertainment network with a variety of programs and scaling it through corporate and EAP and corporate wellness programs.
Thank you very much. All right, Sharks, why don't we start our question and answer round?
I'll take the
Thank
lead
you
on
very
this one.
much.
Is it on?
I think so.
Hello?
Yep.
We're good.
We're good.
I like the wellness space. I like your presentation.
Thank you.
It's very well put together.
Thank you.
Very good flow. Therapy online, without calling yourself therapists,
Right.
is a major, major market that is latent, especially not only necessarily in a community, but because now, as you know, everyone is talking about sleepless nights and spending a lot of time and working with the families and all that. So the overall market that you're in, I think, is phenomenal. You estimated well how much, in fact, you can capture.
Right.
And you've been very conservative on your numbers, and I kind of like that.
Right.
I'm just wondering how you came up with 250 to 500 based on those numbers that you just shared with us.
Sure. So part of it was we have great advisement in Pillsbury, but it is about market share, right? So it's very important for us to be aggressive in grabbing that audience. And so part of that is in putting it into marketing dollars. The other part of it is the production aspect. So we have produced everything on our own. We talk about bootstrapping, we bootstrap the heck out of this, right? And so everything you see is there. And also what we need a few more team members in the digital space. So really strong digital folks. So that's where the dollars would go to.
So how much did it cost you to get revenues? So what, did you run ads, or was it organic?
All organic. 95% of it. We've spent a total of $500 on Facebook posts, boosting video posts, which is nothing, right? So this has all been organic and word of mouth.
So to make a deal, is it yourself, or do you have other people you have to have a conversation with?
I would like to have a conversation, but I'm open. We've had some pre-conversations already, so.
So what are you willing to give up for the 250,000?
Well, we are doing it through a convertible note. And so I don't know if that's an option for you guys, but that's what we are doing right now at this early stage. That's what we feel comfortable with right now to get to the next milestones.
Why are you using convertible note as opposed to equity?
Say that again?
Why are you using a convertible note as opposed to giving up equity?
I can answer that question if
Please
you want.
don't.
All right.
Don't.
Again, advisement from our attorneys. We're at this early stage in the game.
I knew it.
But at this early stage in the game, but you said
What's your
earlier to get a
problem
good
with the
lawyer.
convertible note, Jesus?
I don't like too much that sometimes.
You gave advice earlier. No. You did, right? He said to get
Very
a
good,
good
very
attorney.
good, very good, very good.
I think convertible notes is the right
That is good.
He did.
That is good.
Let's hold him to it.
And I actually think a convertible note's the right structure. Just for context, We raised $750 a year ago. And after that, we raised another $2 million. But the first one was on a convertible note. Or you should also explore something called SAFE, which is very similar to
Right,
convertible
right.
note. It's actually cleaner and less paperwork, and you can process it very quickly. So definitely do that. And the reason why, just so everyone knows, is it's very hard to put a valuation on a company at this stage.
Right.
But the potential is there. You can smell it. And so... and then the capital request is very reasonable. So under those circumstances, a convertible note makes a ton of sense.
So what's the valuation when it converts? So tell me the terms behind the convertible note.
So the convertible note is 5% interest, 15, is that right? 15%, 85% is convertible to equity, the amount that's put in, and it's up to $1 million and $25,000 minimum.
Yep. It makes sense.
We provided a copy of the term sheet
Yep.
to them if you want to review it.
So great. I love the presentation. Very strong. Team is amazing. Your energy is just awesome.
Thank you.
And so now my biggest concern was scalability, and I know scalability is like the world is your oyster in terms of the addressable audience, but content and experts, which seems to be your biggest revenue driver, aren't. So can you tell me a little bit about the experts and what, I may be wrong. I may
Yeah.
be wrong, so prove me wrong, please.
Yeah, and so we actually are modeling after some people here that you may know already, Maker Studios, Full Screen, Me Too. I met with the founder of Me Too a couple years ago. We tried their model. It did not work because they aggregated YouTube content creators who were already creating videos. Our network of experts from this industry are laggers in video and social media. So we were asking them to produce the content originally. It didn't work. They were asking us, how much do you charge? So typically this business model, you get the content, the audience, and then generate revenue. So the fact that we're actually monetizing them right now is actually helping us cover our production costs. We know that the library is the most valuable thing, right?
Yeah.
And also diversifying our content so that we're not codependent on the experts, that we have a variety of content, stories, other types of programming. That'll come later.
So can you walk me through how you get an expert, just really quickly?
So it started off with our own personal network, and then they've been referring their colleagues. So people from the psychotherapy, life coaches, authors, speakers, trainers, they're looking for a platform like this.
So what's in it for the experts? Do they get a
Exposure.
Do they get a revenue split?
Later down the road, when we scale and get mass, go to mass audience, we do have a plan for a revenue share with them, with the brand dollars, and when we go to a full subscription model.
So I like your model, but the question is, like, what if they use another platform like Udemy and then actually charge instead of using your platform?
So the difference with us is that we have original programming. So we're featuring them in the programming, and they're also getting marketing for an entire year. So we're promoting them, their content, their other content. So it's a full digital marketing.
Hold on, Manny. Let's let Carlos get in
Yeah.
here because we have a time constraint.
Thank you. I just wanted to point out that I also like your presentation. It's very
Thank
clear,
you.
very concise. It's strong. But I had a question is you bootstrapped it with $50,000 over the last 12 months, and you have a pretty great team. What kind of a deal do you have with the team?
It's just equity at this point. Mhm. And once we get funding, then people will come on there, and it's a low equity amount right now, always can give more, and that's where we're at.
So your bootstrap funding was just used to create the videos, reach out, travel?
It's all it's the production and the traveling piece of it, and building relationships. I didn't add also that we've already gotten commitment from an agency, a multicultural agency, that will bring brand dollars to us as soon as we get our O&O audience to 100,000.
So one of my investors is one of the largest multicultural marketing firms in the United States and is super plugged into this space. I'm going to introduce you to him. This is not my space. We invest debt, and I think this is too early for that, but love what you guys are doing and want to be supportive. But unfortunately, for these purposes, I'm out.
All right,
you.
so let's just recap real quick because we at the end of this Q&A session, let's just go down the road here. For the Sharks here, what do you think? What do you think about the offer?
Like I said, I love it, but this is not my space. Can't help you, so good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jesus?
I really like it. I'm going to pass on it for now, and we'll get a meeting going.
I'm sorry?
We'll get a meeting going.
Okay.
But I'll pass this as far as an investor.
Sean?
Yeah, like I said, I'm out, but happy to make that intro.
Okay, Manny?
I'm interested in that convertible note, and if we can do a model where I put 50 and then it ends up on Dream Funded, so you can raise probably 900,000 through our network.
I
And something
would
like that I'll be interested in, because I think that we may have some members that are not public that can
Right.
greatly move this forward.
Okay.
So do we have our first deal here? What's going on?
Dream Fund.
Our first offer? Do you accept the deal?
Yes, I accept.
All right, fantastic. Congratulations, that's awesome. Everyone, thank you. That's me time. That's fantastic. All right.
This comes out of Dream Funded Minority Fund. It's a specific fund set up to fund women and minorities. And so I think this is a great thing for the future women in the audience. You can do it too. As a backer of TaskRabbit and Rebel System, both women-led companies, I love her desire.
Fantastic, thank you. All right, so the next